All right, it is September 10th, and the east wind has finally arrived here in Oregon in the Columbia River Gorge. And also, there are forest fires, so the sky is different because the air is just full of smoke. And I really do hope that everybody out in eastern Oregon that is dealing with the forest fires is all right. So this might be the last garden tour that we go on, just because it's the middle of September. Things are not going to be growing much anymore, and yeah, we're just getting into that fall weather, so let's get into it. So the east wind is here, and it is drying everything out. So it's a really hot air, but it sure is refreshing. Oh my gosh. Here in the Columbia River Gorge, we are known for our wind. People come here to kiteboard from all over the world because it's pretty windy. So things are just not looking so good. So let's just kind of get right into it. So you remember I planted my rainbow pepper patch, and we're finally now starting to get some color. So the plants are beaten to death. The wind has been blowing hard. Even though they're staked up, they're falling over and they're getting wind burned. And I'm kind of talking loud because the wind is kind of really roaring. But look, we got a nice big pepper. And another reason for I'm not going to be doing so many uploads is because I need to come out here and pick all this now. So for instance, this pepper is old, but it took it to get old in order for it to turn orange. This one's sunburned. I don't know if you can hear the little chee 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 chee, but that's a little hummingbird above me. This one's supposed to be yellow. Again, I don't know what it's doing. Sunburn, dried out, but we're getting some color. I have to wait. Oh, I almost tripped and fell on this darn concrete. We're getting a little color here, but if I wait too long, they get weird. But I don't get any color, so I have to just keep waiting. And then, oh, down in here. Let's see, I'll come around from the other side. See, I came out and the wind has completely knocked over the jalapenos. But I'm coming after this pepper here. So this one has turned. So I need to let the other ones go. But look, they're really good size. I'm sorry, I'm the worst camera person. I mean, look at the size of this pepper. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, that's not gonna work. Let's see. I don't want to break it off, but it's as big as my hand. This one's even bigger. So I have a ton of peppers. I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do with them. All right, but for instance, I've watered. The east wind has come and just dried everything out. So when I'm done with this, I'm gonna hit them with water again. But yesterday they looked fine, and now not so much. And the wind has knocked our fence down. I mean, that's how windy it gets. I know a lot of you are dealing with floods and stuff like that. We don't have a lot of natural catastrophes, but we do have wind. All right, let's see here. So as far as the garden goes, like, look at the celery. I'd say this is, let's see, well, if it's up to my hip is what? At least probably 2.5, 3 feet tall. I'm not exactly sure when I'm supposed to pick it or what I'm supposed to do, but there it is. My first time growing celery, and the rabbits haven't taken it. Now, these are all my jalapenos that have been knocked down by the wind. And I definitely need to get out here and start processing them. I like to put them on vinegar. Like I let this one go too long. Now it's turned red and it's also nasty and mushy. And a lot of them have gotten just too much. The black mamba looking good, but like this pepper, see how it's kind of, it's hard to see in this light. It's like, I don't know what you call that. It's like dried up. It's good and it's still totally edible. Let's see, can you see it on here? It's gone, this is overripe. You want to definitely pick your jalapenos when they're glossy and smooth, okay? I'm gonna have to look back on what variety this is, but I know it's gone past its prime. It's just been so hot, you guys. But they're still edible, so I'm gonna harvest this entire plant, and it's just chock full of these humongous, like look at the size of that pepper. That's amazing. And it's now laying on this one, which is also just full of peppers. So, like I said, when I'm done with this, I'm gonna have to come out here and harvest. Now these little guys here, they're not big plants, and they're also not, oh gosh, they're not big peppers. They're just little peppers, but these are supposed to be, I think, red and orange, or something to that effect. Let's see. I saw one that was colored. Now, here's one that's turning, but it's black. And I'm not sure, like, how long can I leave them before they get weird and rotten? Now, this one doesn't have any color, but this one does. Oh, plant just bashed me. But see, can you see that beautiful orange color? But it's getting that weird dried outness to it. Here's a good angle of the bell peppers, the red ones. Another day, maybe it'll turn. Here's another look over here at the orange. Okay, well, we did the peppers and the celery. Now, the zucchini patch. It's really done well. Not as much as I thought it would do, but our weather's been so extremely hot and just not normal. And I'm not sure if I have the right mulch, but this is the, I don't know what it is. I just remember it being like a Mexican variety, whatever that means. I don't even know what that means, but these are delicious. If you don't let them get too huge, they don't have a lot of seeds. Like this right now is perfect to pick. Let me just pick it. One thing is they don't, you gotta really twist it. Look at that. Now that is a nice zucchini right there. Perfect. I'll come back for it. And the little one that I got on sale, it's done. That's why I'm saying like this is gonna be the last time, because it gave me one zucchini and that's awesome. But the white powder mildew is setting in, which always happens. It's part of growing zucchini. And I'm not gonna do a lot of pruning, and the wind has just really, I don't know, just like yesterday it didn't look like this and now it does. And then remember the little runt plant? Well, it's done so well. It doesn't produce as much food as the others, but it's covered in the powdered mildew, and I'm just not gonna worry about pruning it. I'll just remove it. But here, let's pick this one. This is perfect. So I've got dinner tonight. I'll leave that right there. Another little one coming. I mean, I'm not going to come out here and rip them up tonight, but I'm also not going to spend a lot of time fertilizing or trying to do anything about any of it. Wow, yesterday it looked so much better. The wind is just, I know I keep lamenting on it, but I'm shocked. I'm out here for the first time today and I just can't even believe it. But yeah, you see all the powder mildew? This is bad. You don't want that. You never want to overhead water and get water on the leaves. But once you get a little bit of powder mildew, it just spreads like crazy. And, you know, quite frankly, I'm zucchini'd out. There really aren't any more zucchinis coming. You could come in here and prune and prune and prune, but there's really no point. This got its second set of blooms. I see a honeybee right there. Little honeybee doing its job, being a pollinator. So yeah, the second flush of blooms on this have been nice. The one cucumber that I planted has just been amazing. I've never grown cucumbers where there's been such huge cucumbers. Like, it's crazy. Let's see. I see one. Let me see. Let me back up. I am backed up. Okay, so just yesterday, I was out here and I watered everything and they were too small to pick. And then now look today. And it's September, which, you know, I just can't believe how well and prolific this one has been. Let's pick this one too. Get my hand in there. There we go. I mean, look at the size of that thing. It's huge. And they're so sweet and so delicious. And they don't have a name. It just said burpless cucumber. I've mentioned this before. Oh, here's another one over here. Now this one's pretty thin. I might leave it overnight. It's on this, no, it's on the main vine. And then I planted two more which haven't done anything, except for they have made these little weird shaped ones. And I'll just pick it just to show you. This is all they've been doing. So I don't know, maybe it was supposed to be like a pickle cucumber, and I've let it go too long and it got weird, or what. I don't exactly know. And it's at the end, so I mean, here's another one. I can just pick this one. So just right there. That's 3 nice cucumbers, and there's another one right in there. Like, it's doing so well. Now this was a little tomato that I just put in because it was really cheap at Lowe's. It's not going to have enough time to do anything. I've already picked probably 4 tomatoes off of the Early Girl, and they taste really good. And as you can see, I have a few that are beginning to ripen. But every time I come out to pick them, there's like one bite. I don't know if it's a squirrel doing it or the birds, but it's so annoying. But I don't care, I just wash it off. But then I set it on the counter and it got rotten. So there's 3. And I've been getting a lot of the cherry tomatoes, and they're delicious. I'll just eat one right now because they're my favorite. They're like popcorn. Oh, those are so good. They're so sweet. Another little cheap plant from Lowe's. It's not going to do anything. Okay, now these are big beefs or beef steak, and I'm gonna harvest them. They're not beef steak. These are tiny. And they're not weird shaped. Like, beef steaks are usually all like weird looking, and yeah. but they're ready to be picked. Here, I'll just pick one right now. Oh my gosh, the pollen and the green smell of these are just, I wish there was smell-o-vision. I'll come back for it. All right, let me back up here. About to drop this. Okay, so the green beans haven't produced anything, but they have made these beautiful flowers. So that's the red is the scarlet runner bean, and the hummingbirds love it. And then these little pretty white flowers are the regular green beans. But there's just nothing. Like right now I'm looking. Let me see if I can find it. That's the first little green bean I've seen, and it's tiny. Now I definitely will just let these keep going and do what they're doing, because green beans around here, they can grow well into the cooler weather. They like the cooler weather. And I think a lot of it has to do, why I don't have any green beans is because it's been so ridiculously hot. So look, oh look, they're so cute. They're tiny. Oh wait, here's another one. So this is the first I've seen of any food coming off these plants. So I'm gonna keep them alive, and we'll see what happens. All right, well that's the garden. But I mean, look at how much everything has just been suffering from the heat. Dahlias are laying down. I was terrible about staking them. But look at how beautiful that is. So pretty. If they were staked up, they'd look much better. Oh, it's hot out here. Look at that. Hi, Hummingbird. Oh boy. Yeah, okay, so oh look what I forgot. And look at the wind, it's just blowing down got all these huge pine trees, and it's just so messy. Let's take a look. What do I have in here? I don't even remember. Oh yeah. Baby shirts. We'll see those in a few days. Or a few months, whatever. So like I said, the hydrangea are suffering, and when I'm done with this, I'm gonna water it. Beautiful blooms. So this was the bright pink one, and it's being dried by the hot air, but look at that beautiful chartreuse with the pink tips. Imagine cutting a bouquet of these and having them as a dried flower. Just what a beautiful arrangement that would be. This was what was I calling this one? The Endless Summer. It's not so pretty. This one's pretty. The lavenders. I mean, it's gorgeous. You mix that with the other one. And then this is Blushing Bride. So remember it was the white with the little blue centers, and look at it. It's like this beautiful cranberry color and chartreuse. I love hydrangeas. The fuchsia basket's doing good. I'm wondering if you can see the sun. If it'll capture it. Where is it? Okay, there it is. Can you see that? That's how much smoke we have in the air. Ooh, hummingbirds. Where do they go? It's hard for me to see with the light. Yeah, they flew away. But yeah, it's all droopy. I watered the crap out of it yesterday, and it shouldn't be like that, but whatever. All right, well, let's move on. So this flower pot, looking beautiful. I've cut away, like I've deadheaded a lot of the spent flowers. And I've been calling it the wrong thing. This is not Tropicana. Tropicana has orange flowers. This is just a good old-fashioned canna lily that's red. Tropicana, I have Tropicana at my home, so I had them mixed up. All right. I've just been trying to keep the rhododendron alive. You can just see the suffering that this butterfly bush has taken. It's just been annihilated. It looks terrible. And then all of my dahlias look really bad. And in the beginning of the summer, I was thinking that I had a deficiency in nutrients, but no, it's completely bug-effed. There are spider mites all over this plant and annihilating it. And I don't care. The first week of November, I can cut them down, and next year's a new year. But you can look at my Bloodgood maple, and it's been burned to smithereens. See all that really like golden green color? It's just been burned. So now this flower pot, we've got some really pretty blooms in it. It's still looking nice. Another canna lily. Pushing some new blooms still. So yeah, if you have an opportunity to grow the canna lily, I highly recommend it. Now you can see the Miracle-Gro feeder there. I do give the flowers Miracle-Gro maybe once a month, but then I water all the time with that feeder because I like the spray pattern on it. It's soft and it doesn't beat the flowers. But like you can see how sick this plant is from the bugs, the spider mites, and then the new growth. This is how it should look. Waxy and healthy and green. This little flower pot looks cute. I love lobelia. So pretty, so cute. Got a new flower set coming on here. Now, the wildflower garden area, my first time having flowers in it, I built the stairs and the, what do you call it, like the retaining wall. I didn't do a very good job, but I did it. And so I put all these flowers in it. And so I'm gonna definitely have to transplant things around because I've got tall stuff in the front and I didn't know what was going on. Like this salvia should not be right here in the front. I mean, it's fine in the front, but it would be better closer to the fence. But look at this. This is so amazing. And the hummingbirds just love it. They come over and do hummingbird things. And it's tall. I mean, it's probably at least 3 feet tall. One of the branches collapsed. The black-eyed Susans, or daisies, or whatever they are, doing really great. I have another one of the lobelias, and it'll come back next year. Don't know what these are, but they have these sweet little bell flowers. They're so cute. And this can stay here because it can just cascade over the stones, no problem. The dahlias collapsed and they're taking over. That is one dahlia that's just fallen over and it's miserable. Let's see. Yeah. Anyways, I don't even know what most of the stuff is. Here we have a dahlia that's actually blooming. Here's another variety of dahlia. Not my favorite, but it's there. The zinnia are finally doing something. I forget what this is called. I don't love it. I mean, it's taking up a huge amount of space and it's really not all that attractive. So this would be something I would transplant to the back. And then these poor dahlias over here, I don't even care. I just picked them up and flopped them over. I want all of the growth to go back into the tuber, so I'm leaving it, but I would cut them. Maybe I'll do a video in November just showing how to get rid of your dahlias for the season. But again, I don't know what happened. I mean, they're just completely, they're so bug effed, it's terrible. Here's a close-up of the leaves. This plant should not look, or this tree, this bloodgood should not look like this. It should be turning a really blood red color right now before it goes into its green. And I water, like you can just see, I just leave this here so I can water it. Yeah, it's been hot, it's been strange. So anyways, I think that's it, you guys. I'm gonna sign off for this season. As far as gardening goes, I'm done. I want to get back to focusing into making tie-dye and enjoying myself. It takes me 2 hours to water all this, and I'm over it. And I think I was calling this lobelia. It's salvia. And it's beautiful. Because even when the flowers are gone, these little spikes still look really cool. And especially against the green and this pot. And then the yellow and the foliage. So, I mean, you can see, I was trying to sign off, but then, like, you look at my rhododendron. You know, this rhododendron's only about 3 years old, and every year it's been suffering. I mean, the leaves have been fried to a crisp. So it just can never, you know, the blooms can never really grow or do anything because the plant is always trying to survive. So one would say, why don't you transplant it? Well, yes, I should. I should probably transplant these, but when I planted them, our weather was normal. You can grow rhododendrons here, no problem, usually. So anyways, okay. Well, I know this wasn't the best. I'm kind of over it and tired of the garden, like I said, which I do definitely appreciate you guys tuning in, but I'm ready to move on. It was a successful year. Can you just see how much the wind is blowing? I mean, it's even weakened the branches on this really huge plant. You know, all that is just from massive wind. And I'll have to call about this fence. I'm glad that I noticed it. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. Maybe I'll take some photos of the jalapenos. I need to get out here and get busy. Enough chatterboxing at you guys. Middle of September. So let's see, what did I say? September 10th, 2022, and we're signing out. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up, and click the bell and set it to all. That way you get notified of future uploads. And have fun gardening!